Hi, I'm Jessica Ivy. Welcome to my Happy Healthy Kitchen. So it may only be May, but it is hot here in Birmingham. And we just got back from our local farmer's market where we got a nice big watermelon. So today I'm going to make some refreshing watermelon agua fresca. Agua fresca just means fresh water. So we're going to blend up some cubed watermelon with a little bit of lime juice and just a touch of sugar for a refreshing summer drink. So let's get started. So first you want to cut the watermelon in half, and you want to be sure and use a big knife, and be careful because you don't have a flat surface now. You always want to be cutting with a flat surface down. So we'll cut it in half. Okay, so I'm just going to set aside this first half for now, and we'll deal with it later. So like I said, put it flat side down on your cutting board. And then I just like to make some thick slices. So a couple inches thick. You always want to be careful when you're cutting a melon and be sure and wash the outside before you make your first cut, because if not, you can, with your knife, spread germs from the outside of the melon into the flesh. So we'll cut away the skin. And then we're just going to cube it. So this is the same way I would cut a watermelon if I'm just going to be biting into it for a snack. And we just had a wonderful snack at the farmer's market with some watermelon with a halloumi cheese, which we were talking about would be great with feta too. So that's what I might use the other half of that watermelon for. Make a nice salad with fresh mint from our garden and some feta cheese. So I'm going to get us about 6 cups of watermelon here in our measuring cup for our agua fresca. So there's lots of different ways you can use watermelon besides just eating it, although that's my favorite. But as we were saying, put it in a salad with a nice salty cheese. Make our agua fresca. I've also made it into a nice sorbet, so you can make this agua fresca and then freeze it in a popsicle mold. How good and refreshing would that be by the pool? Okay. So again, cutting your watermelon, not that hard. You just kind of have to go step by step and take your time, be careful. All right. So we are about there. And we were talking about how do you pick out a good watermelon? It can be hard. One tip that I had not heard, you always hear about thumping it and is it a hollow sound, and I'm just never really sure about that method. So one thing I heard recently is that you want to look for a watermelon that has a really light spot on one side, because that indicates that it sat on the ground with that light side on the ground and ripened, so it wasn't picked too early. Because if it's the same color all the way around, it might have been picked a little too early. So that's a good tip there. So we've got about 6 cups cubed of our watermelon here. So now I'm going to put it in our blender. So we'll add all that nice, good, fresh watermelon. And you want to make sure that either you start with a chilled watermelon or that you make this far enough in advance that you have time to chill your prepared agua fresca, because it's going to be so much more refreshing if it's nice and cold. So next we're going to add some fresh lime juice. So I like the way the lime just really brings out the sweetness of that watermelon. And then just a little bit of sugar. I'm just using 1 tablespoon. So this is still going to be a lot lower in sugar than a lemonade or soda or something like that. And I lost my little plunger there, but I don't think we're going to need it. So I'm going to turn on my blender. And we'll just blend this up till it's nice and smooth. And you want to be sure and use a seedless watermelon. Okay, so like I said, be sure and use a seedless watermelon or you'll get little chunks of the seed in your agua fresca. So we'll pour it up, and this would be great mixed with some club soda for a little fizz. Serve it up at your next party. So we have a refreshing watermelon agua fresca for a summer day. so refreshing.